Okay, so now we're getting ready to wire the GFI up. So we'll get our wire out of the jacket here. I'm going to leave enough jacket back here as like a bushing. I'll get all the debris out of it. So first we'll hook up our ground wire here. We'll tighten our screws back up to hold the box on the wall. Okay, so we'll push that in back all the way so we get a nice I'm going to twist. Now I'm going to be careful not to get the ground wires pinched in the cutter, just in the pliers there, and I'm going to just twist this to make a nice tight bond to the ground there. And I'll show you what I do is I'll put a crimp sleeve on here. I put the crimp sleeve in the crimper like this. Put it over the two wires. Even with the shortest wire coming out, I'll squeeze it down nice and tight. Now you don't have to do this, but I like to put some electrical tape around it just to get rid of any sharp edges that could poke through a wire. I don't like to have a wire get poked into. So I'll wrap it around the back there, because that's a sharp edge on the back of that crimp sleeve. And I'll come up around the front of it, and I'll get around the front of it, because that's a little bit of a sharp edge there too, because you got the wire coming through. I'm going to put a little more on there just to make sure I got it all covered up good. I'll go around the middle. I don't like to take any chances. I want to make sure everything is all nice and good. Now I'll just squeeze that tape down so that it's on the wire all the way around, and I'll put it back down towards the bottom. Okay, now you can see on the back here of the GFI it says line here on the top and load here on the bottom. Okay, I'll shorten these wires up a little bit because they're a little too long. I strip with the number 12 hole. So I put the white on the side that says neutral, load. Put it in the hole. And I'll be holding it in with my other hand here so I get a good connection under the pressure plate. And then I'll put the black on the side that says live, load. Okay, I have a little too much copper sticking up there, so I'm going to shorten that a little bit. There, that's what I want right there. See how it's all nice and flush? I'll push it in with these 2 fingers and okay, so now I'm going to take and I'll get the ground wire back under this plate here. Just goes under that little plate there. See that? It goes in under that plate. I make sure it goes up into the under the plate, up into the where it belongs there. There's a little hole up inside. I want to make sure it goes up into that plastic a little bit, and I make sure it's tight. Now look. And now we're ready to fold this into the box. So this one we can bring up this way, and so we're going to use the screw is over on this side, and this hole is down here, so we're going to break the notch out on this side here. And again, we have to break out that little top one there because it's the bigger wire mold. How come the simplest things have to be so hard? Okay, so now we're ready to put our screws back in. It's a nice deep box. I don't have to worry about wires getting pushed into anything. all that stuff out of my way. Oops, I want to make sure my screws are tight back here. That one's tight. That one's tight. Did I put a third one in there? There, now hooked. One. Two. Okay, now when I fold these wires in, I'm going to make sure that they don't push against any sharp edges like the end of the wire mold. So I'm going to fold them in so that they don't pinch on anything. And I'm going to keep my ground wire down at the bottom. I'll move that back down. Now I can sweep around on the floor for the screws. I don't know where they went. But I can use the cover screws, and I will just go buy some new ones because I'm not going to waste a lot of time looking for them. That is one thing I refuse to do, waste a lot of time looking for stuff. When I buy a new cover, I will put the new screws in. But this way, the short screws here, I'll know they won't be hitting anything. So that is how to add on to a GFI outlet in a kitchen or in a bathroom in the country I'm born in. We use 120 volts. Peace. Thanks for watching.